Hello everyone and welcome to your Indie Corner weekly wrap-up, the place where you can get all your Nintendo indie news all within 5 minutes. Now last week we received information of 2 new release dates for some titles. The first was for Steamworld Dig, a Metroidvania style game that takes place beneath the Earth. You'll be able to play this title on the Wii U as of August 28th. For those of you in Europe, you'll be able to pick up your own copy of Kickbeat September 16th. Now as for your development news, we heard that Lone Survivor will be making full use of the gamepad as well as include all the content from the Director's Cut edition. Lone Survivor is a horror survival game where the choice on how to survive is up to you. You can choose between using stealth or going in guns blazing to deal with enemies. Try to escape the city ravaged by a disease while maintaining your mental health or forever descend into madness. Next, Napnock Games released a new trailer last week for their game Affordable Space Adventure.
You have encountered an artifact. Point your scanner at it. If it has a sensor, its detection range will be shown as a circle. Look at the meters on your ship's computer. The orange bar indicates that the scanned artifact senses heat. Produce less heat than this and it won't detect you. Tapping the heat meter will show you which systems produce heat. In this case, it's your fuel thruster. Simply lower its system power. Make sure the system doesn't produce too much heat when you accelerate, and you're good to go.
Now Napnock isn't the only one that came out with new trailers last week. We also had Arcane Pixel released a new trailer for Tiny Galaxy, which is coming in early 2015. As for new upcoming titles, we have quite a few that were announced last week, including Shapes of Grey, developed by Secret Tunnel Entertainment. The game is an arcade-style free-roaming fighter where you control a circular object holding a sword. The goal of the game is to fight off waves of enemies by moving around and using clever tactics. The game offers 50 levels and 3 bosses. We'll be seeing this one in the eShop in early 2015. Next, there was news that the 3DS would be getting a sequel to the Xbox game Protect Me Knight. The sequel will contain roughly 10 times more content seen in the original, as well as add in new characters and 4-layer co-op. The game will be coming out in Japan this September. Still no word on an international release date. And lastly, we have a new title coming to the 3DS by Renegade Kid titled Xeodrifter. This classic-looking Metroidvania-style game came about Renegade Kid's founder playing around with a demake of their 3DS title Moon Chronicles. Not much details have been revealed yet about the game, but we will keep you updated as more information comes out. In the world of Kickstarter, we have 3 projects which should pique your interest if you're a Nintendo fan. First up is The Whole Story, which successfully achieved their funding target last week, but still needs a little more to release to a Nintendo platform. The game centers around a girl aided by her trusty shovel to find a missing princess. Next game on our list, we have a Rite from the Stars that's also looking for funding. If you enjoyed graphic adventures such as Machinarium or Loom, you'll want to look at this title. A Rite from the Stars is a point-and-click adventure game set in a cartoonish 3D environment. The story revolves around a young mute kid who must undergo a rite of passage to fulfill a quest and become a legend. And finally, after a little bit of polishing up, we have Hive Jump that returns to Kickstarter, also looking for funding. This sci-fi run-and-gun title has you running, jumping, and blasting countless enemies as you seek out the Hive Queen lurking at the bottom of the hive. The game will boast online or local co-op as well as procedurally generated levels and a unique way of implementing permadeath. And now for our last piece of news for today. If you haven't had the chance to look at my interview with Drinkbox Studios last week, go and take a look. On my visit to the studio, I got to discuss Guacamelee Super Turbo Championship Edition with the team, as well as talk about their upcoming game Severed. As a bonus, the studio dropped some small pieces of information that they were working on a new title that would be similar in style to Guacamelee. And now you're all up to date on your Nintendo Indie News for August 11th, 2014. For more Nintendo Indie News and coverage, remember to like, share, and subscribe, and also tune in to NintendoEnthusiast.com.